Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are you doing, everyone? Hope you all are fine. My audio is perfectly clear. My video is clear. The screen is clear. Please make sure, guys, if everything is fine, clear, crystal clear for each one of you over here. Yes, let me read out the charts. Yes, Calvin is here. Nila is here. Pawan is here. Abhijit is here. Yes, where are my 2023 batch? Yes, Binaya is there. So guys, for 2021 students also, this is not a chapter which I taught you. So those who are not having a good base on this chapter can get with this, because almost all the topics of your class 12th is also going to be discussed. Okay guys, so please stay tuned, hit the like button right now, and let's move on with this amazing session on human reproduction, especially for 10th standard concept building for NEET 2023 batch. Okay, so 2023 students, especially make sure that you understand each and every concept very clearly. Okay, because 2021 students have know it. My NEET batch students very well know about each and every base of this chapter, I hope. Is it? Because they have been studying this chapter. I have been doing revisions of this chapter. Am I right, guys? Why the chat box is remaining like a desert? No plants in a desert. Why is it so? Please make the chat box active. Hit the chat box with the thumbs up, everyone. Yes, everyone. Very good. So today we are going to start with this human reproduction chapter, which is actually the class 12. I'm going to lay down an important foundation for NEET 2023 students on this chapter of human reproduction, which is actually related with your class 10 topic. No issues, Raghavendra. We are about to start Uli. Okay, I'm not told any important things. Clear? So, this is actually, I'm going to lay down the foundation or the base. I have to make your base of your building strong. Base of your chapter strong, so that you can build up with the later concept when you reach your class 11th and 12th. Yes, everyone. This is an amazing Telegram group, t.me/neat_biopoint. Their daily session updates, regular discussion, polls. You can interact with the teachers. Everything happens inside this Telegram group. This is a link of our Telegram NEET batch group. So those who are watching the session right now, go and hit the like button. Come back to the session and tell me, all of you, go hit the like button. Give me hearts on the screen then. Yes, those who have hit the like button, start giving me hearts on the screen. Let's begin with this supremely amazing session. The very first lecture for my newly NEET batch. Yes, Abhijit, thank you so much. Where are my regular batch students also? Yes, Nila is also here. Very good. Guys, all the 9 people in the chat box, please try to be active, commenting out your answers, commenting out what all things you know. Especially, first of all, I'm going to make your 10th standard base certain, and after that only I'll start building up the concept. Clear? I'm not going to directly take out with the NCERT concept of class 12. I'm actually first of all talking you about only the concept of your 10th standard, which you should have to build upon your 12th standard knowledge. Yes, Kratika. Good evening. So let's get started with a supremely amazing session. Yes, this was yesterday's comments. Thank you so much. I've given loves for all of them. Abhijit, Shakun was there. Binaya was also there. Thank you so much, guys, for being an active part of our channel right from the beginning onwards. Thank you so much. So today we have the class on human reproduction. This is actually what is going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, class 11 students, class 12 students for NEET 2021, 2022 or 2023 concept buildings, you have to attend this class on animal kingdom, where I will be making your foundation on the different categories of animal, that is the different phylums related with the animals, crystal clear tomorrow sharp at 7 p.m. in for all of you. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Yes, Junon is here. Good evening. Absolutely, guys. So let's get started with this amazing chapter concept building class number 1 on human reproductive system. Where is Calvin? Not here. Human beings reproduce by asexual reproduction, the familiar thing which you know, which you are studying from your lower grades itself, right? All human beings, especially mammals, especially human beings, have only one type of reproduction, that is sexual mode of reproduction. Comment me on the chat box, what are the two different kinds of reproduction? Reproduction can be mainly divided into dash and dash. Tell me. Reproduction are of two types. What are they on the chat box, everyone? I hope I could change the color of the pen. Yes, everyone. Yes. So we have, right from our lower classes itself, we have been studying reproduction can be of two types. What are they? Absolutely. Nila is there. Junon is here. Yes, sexual mode of reproduction and asexual mode of reproduction are the two types of reproduction which have been studying from the lower classes. Can any one of you raise out the answer for what is the main difference between sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction? 10th standard students especially. Comment me the answers fast, everyone. Please don't think while I am typing others have posted the answer, so I am not going to post the answer. I want each one of you have to post the answers. Write down your answers on the chat box right now. What is the difference between sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction? 10th standard, 3-mark questions. Very important. You have to comment me the answer within 2 minutes. Yes, guys, fast. Yes, guys, fast. Comment the answers, guys. Yes, absolutely good. Rakhavendra have given me the correct answer for the question. Sexual reproduction involves two parents, but asexual reproduction needs only one parent. And more important one, in sexual reproduction, there is a fusion of gametes. For example, there is fertilization taking place. But in case of asexual reproduction, there may be gamete formation, but there is no fertilization process happening in case of asexual reproduction. Yes, Binaya, very good. In asexual reproduction, you came across the exact copies. Yes, Pawan Yadav have also given me the correct answer. In sexual reproduction, two parents are involved, and in asexual reproduction, only a single parent is involved. So you know what are the basics, ideas about what is sexual reproduction, what is asexual reproduction. Absolutely. To the answer, exact copies are formed by asexual reproduction. So guys, the offsprings formed by asexual reproduction are referred to as clones. I have mentioned in the class for a couple of times about these clones. Okay, those who have attended the class and those who have read out the textbook, you might get this. The product of asexual reproduction is called clones. So I hope all of you have your textbooks of your 10th standard. All of you have a fresh notebook or a fresh sheet of paper to take down the important points. So the reproduction, that is the progeny of asexual reproduction, you will call it as the clones. So human beings mainly reproduce by sexual reproduction. They have separate male as well as female reproductive system. Guys, comment me what are the different parts of male reproductive system. These all are the basic things which you studied in your class 10th, how do organisms reproduce chapter itself. Right? And class 11th and 12th students studied in the chapter human reproduction. Just within a fraction of second, start commenting me one by one parts of male reproductive system. What are the different parts of male reproductive system? Comment me, guys. Yes, you are telling about the important organs, that is males have testes and females have ovaries. Very good. Tell me the other parts also associated with the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system I'm asking you about. Okay guys, male reproductive system consists of the main important part, that is the testis, which is followed by the vas deferens. Next you have the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland, then urethra, penis. These are the different parts of male reproductive system, right? So I'm asking you about this because in today's class we would be learning much more concept regarding with it, so that it is able for you to understand the class 12 topic quite easily, because in class 12 you have to go into some more depth to understand each and every topics clearly. So let's get started with each and every system. First of all, we are going to discuss about the male reproductive system. Absolutely, Nila also have given me the answer for the same. The male reproductive system. Give me thumbs up on the chat box if you are ready to take out the classes of male reproductive system. Yes, Abhijit, have you sent any messages in between? I have not received. Yes, Nila is ready for the class. Abhijit is also ready for the class. What about the other? Yes, Binaya is also ready. Where is Kratika, Pawan, Junon, Rakaventra, Calvin? Then who else are there? Other peoples. Also give me thumbs up on the chat box. Yes. So the male reproductive system consists of the very important organ, that is the testis, or you can call it as the testicle, singular and plural. A pair of oval-shaped organ masked in a pouch-like structure called scrotum. Why? Can any one of you comment me on the chat box why the testis is located outside the human body in the abdominal or outside the abdominal cavity? Is there anybody who can give me the answer for the same? What is actually the function of scrotum, or why the human male testis is located in the scrotum instead of placing it inside our body? Yes, I hope each one of you know the answer for the same. Giving you 1 exact minute to tell me the answer on the chat box. Yes, absolutely, Binaya. Very good. For the formation of the male gamete, what is the male gamete? The male gamete is the sperms. For the production of sperms, low temperature is required. For the production of sperms, low temperature as compared to our body temperature. That is, our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, right? So, for the formation of sperms, it requires 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than the normal body temperature, which is actually achieved in the by placing the testis outside the body cavity or outside the body in a pouch-like structure called scrotum. So a pair of oval-shaped organs masked in a pouch called the scrotum, they are responsible for the production of sperms and the male hormone, testosterone. I hope you have studied this in your 10th standard. That's the main function of testis. Production of male gametes, which is a sperm, and production of male X hormone, that is the testosterone. Am I right? Yes. So let's discuss in detail about scrotum. Scrotum is actually a sac-like organ that hangs below the penis and behind it. It is a house of testicle. It is actually the house of testicle or testis and maintain a temperature that is required for the production of sperms by it. Guys, very important question even for your 10th standard board as well as for your NEET examination. Okay, everyone, very important. Scrotum, the testis is located inside the scrotum because they'll be giving you 4 different options and you have to choose the correct answer for the same. That is, it is required to maintain a low temperature which is required for the production of sperms from the testis. So if this is a testis, an oval shaped structure which is located in a pouch like structure, if this is a testis, from the testis a particular structure arises that is referred to as the next structure which we are going to discuss, that is the vas deferens. So what is vas deferens? Vas deferens is the particular tube. Vas deferens is a particular tube which is actually the extension of epididymis. I'll show you the image. I will show you the image of male reproductive system in the next 2 minutes. Here, the sperms get matured. So in the vas deferens, the sperms get matured, and it is the particular tube that passes the sperms to urethra through the muscular tube called vas deferens. So vas deferens carries these sperms. Vas deferens carries the sperms from the testis to the particular organ. Okay, the next organ required for the transmission. Is it clear? As we have already studied regarding the same, in case of male reproductive system, you have certain accessory glands, which is actually three glands, that is seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and Cowper's or bulbourethral gland. So there are mainly three glands. There are mainly three different glands which are present in case of male reproductive system. That is seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and also Cowper's gland. Yes, Saksham is here. Yes. So the secretion of all these three glands mixed together to have semen. What is the function of semen? It nourishes the sperm, it increases the volume and helps in lubrication. So three functions I have mentioned. 10th standard students can take it down right now, or else I'll provide the PDF of the session in the description box after the session. So you can copy down the functions of semen and seminal fluid from this, so that if this kind of a question come for your exam, what are the different functions of sperms, then you can answer the same easily for 3 marks or 5 marks or whatever. The last organ as per your 10th standard syllabus is about the penis, which is a cylindrical tube, a cylindrical muscular tube. Okay, this is actually a cylindrical muscular tube which is highly vascularized, that contains blood vessel, which serves as both a reproductive organ as well as an excretory organ. It delivers sperms into the vagina during sexual intercourse. Is it clear? Hit the chat box with the thumbs up, everyone, if it's clear for each one of you. If this slide is clear for each one of you, hit the chat box with the thumbs up, everyone. Everybody, hit the chat box with the thumbs up if this concept is clear. This is actually the basic level, right? I hope after hearing this, you have recognized that I am confident that I know the base of male reproductive system. Am I right? Yes, perfecto. So let's now discuss about what are the different parts, or what are in detail about this male reproductive system. The first part shown over here is actually, I will show you. So the red colored portion which I am right now marking is actually the testis. Okay, the red colored portion, that is the number 4 mentioned over here, is the testis or the testicles. Clear? Next, from the testis, that is, the testis is located in a cavity. The testis is located in a cavity called scrotum. The testis is located in a cavity known as scrotum. From the scrotum, guys, this particular structure, I will show you with another color. Guys, this particular structure which I am drawing with the yellow color, that is attached, that remains attached. That remains attached to the testis is actually the first part of vas deferens, which you will call it as epididymis. From epididymis, what happens? Look, this tube is arising, right? This tube is arising. So that tube is actually referred to as the vas deferens. This tube is actually known as the vas deferens. So other parts are mentioned over here. The number 1 part mentioned over here is the penis. 2, it is the urethra, which is actually the common passage of both urine as well as for semen. And the number 6 referred over here is the vas deferens. So this is actually the basic idea of human reproductive system of a male. So this is actually the basic structure of a male reproductive system as per the knowledge which is available to you right now. Now we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system. Female reproductive system. Ready, everyone? Hit the chat box with the hearts. Hit the chat box with the hearts, everyone. Hit the chat box with the hearts, everyone. Yes. Perfecto. So, the female reproductive system is active before, during, and after fertilization as well. So, now I am going to teach you some important parts which are associated with the female reproductive system. The number one is a pair of ovary. A pair of ovary. Yes, Nisha is also here. So ovaries, two functions are there. It produces and store ovum. It produces and store ovum. It also produces the female sex hormone, which is called estrogen. So it produces estrogen. It produces ovum. So testis produces sperms and male sex hormone testosterone, while female, that is ovary, produces female gamete, which is the ovum, and the female sex hormone, which is the estrogen. From the ovary, the ovum is collected by the fallopian tube, or it is known as oviduct. Guys, can any one of you tell me, can any one of you recall and tell me what was the other term for vas deferens? All 10 standard students, all NEET batch students know the answer for this, I hope. Because for both batches I have told, for both batches I have made the single thing repeatedly for a class. Yes, guys, just recall and tell me fast. There is nothing difficult about this. Vas deferens is also known as. In case of fallopian tube, it is also known as oviduct. So similar, the analogous organ the homologous organ in males is the vas deferens. So vas deferens is actually also known as. Nobody know. Oh my God. When I taught you for 10th standard, when I taught you the class of the revision series, that is a sprint tech series, I have mentioned about the same question I have repeated. Okay. Vas deferens is also known as sperm duct. What is there to think about? Guys, just apply the common sense. Yes. My future doctors should not be like this. Be active. Okay. Clear? Vas deferens is a sperm duct in fallopian tube is the oviduct. Guys, are you all here? I hope you are here, but chat box is absolutely silent. Okay? The silence actually makes one irritated a lot. So please be active. It's a humble request. Please interact with me during with the chat box. Okay, everyone? Yes. So fallopian tube is also known as oviduct. These are the sites of fertilization. Several years repeated. AIMS question even. Previous year AIMS question. Even 10th standard board exam question. Site of fertilization, oviduct. Just imagine it is an AIMS question. Okay, you have studied the concept. Site of fertilization is oviduct. They connect ovary with the uterus. Uterus is actually the site of development of the embryo. Guys, what is the process of development of the embryo inside the uterus known as? Anybody? NEET batch or 10th batch? Anybody? Anybody can tell me the answer for the same. Let me check whether any brilliant doctors are here. Whether is there any brilliant doctors over here? Yes. The process of development, the process of attaching of the embryo in the uterus, further development takes place in the uterus. That process of development of embryo inside the uterus is known as. Guys, taking a lot of time. It's just a small word to spell about. Oh my goodness. Guys, if you don't know, please tell me don't know on the chat box. Absolutely, Binaya. Very good. Very good. It is implantation. So the process, have you everybody heard of the term implantation? Have you all heard about the term implantation? I hope each one of you have heard about implantation. I'll write it once again. Yes, forgot. No. Future doctors should not forget about the conditions. Implantation, how then going to treat a patient? How then going to treat a patient? Okay, implantation is actually a base concept, right? So please write it down. Those who have forgot about it, please write it down right now. Okay, just please don't leave it like I have read it, so I'm not going to forget it. The same thing happens tomorrow also. We'll forget the concept. So those who have forgot it right now, take out any piece of paper and just write out the sentence over there. Uterus is the site of development of the embryo, which is known as implantation. Next, the last part is the vagina. It is actually the part that connects the cervix to the external female body. It is a route for the penis during coitus as well as fetus delivery. Okay. So guys, the delivery in medical terms, that is in higher classes you are giving, that is giving birth to a young one, that is delivery of the baby. This you will call in higher classes, higher students, doctors, you are going to call them as parturition. You're going to call it as parturition. Clear? You're going to call it as parturition. All of you take it down. The delivery of a fetus, delivery of a baby is known as parturition. Oh my God, everybody left the class feeling it to be bored. Yes? Yes, everyone. Let's move on. This is the diagram for a female reproductive system, which is familiar to each one of you. That is, this is the ovary. This structure is the ovary. So from the ovary, you have the fallopian tube. From the ovary, you have the fallopian tube. From the fallopian tube, you are reaching the uterus. Then reaching the vagina. Before vagina, you have one more part, which is the cervix. The opening that leads to vagina is known as the cervix. Clear, everyone? So I'll show you how many are left out. Look, they have reached slide number 11. We have slide number 22. 10 more. So now we are going to discuss about the fertilization in human beings. What is actually fertilization? Very non-concept between you guys. Fertilization is actually the fusion of the female gamete. Fusion of the female gamete or with the male gamete. Fusion of the male nucleus, male gamete nucleus with the female nucleus, leading to the formation of a zygote. Fusion between two haploid cells leading to the formation of a diploid cell is known as what? Fertilization. Fertilization is the union of sperms and ovum occur during in the anterior part of oviduct and zygote is formed. Easy one, right? The zygote descends down the oviduct, which repeatedly divides to form a ball of cells. Guys, actually zygote will be a cell like this. So the zygote undergo division. The one cell of zygote will undergo division. NEET batch students may be knowing blastocyst, blastomeres, right? It will form small cells like this, these cells will further modify as brain, heart, spinal cord, then eyes, ears, skin, hands, limbs, all these things. So these cells may be differentiating and forming all these parts. So these cells multiply and differentiate into tissues, organ system of a body. The developing structure is known as embryo. Guys, in certain images and all, you might have seen that certain embryos are looking like exactly a human being. So that particular stage of development at which the embryo looks alike the adult human being, that stage of development is known as fetal stage or fetus. Once almost all the parts of the particular embryo or particular small baby have been identified or is visible through scanning, then definitely you are going to call it as the fetus, fetal. Okay. So this is actually the diagram. This is actually the embryo. The embryo is converted like this. It will reach its look almost alike to a small baby, almost alike to a small human being itself, right? So that is why that stage you will call it as the fetus. And finally, through the help of placenta and umbilical cord, the human fetus is growing inside the uterus. So this is actually showing the development of embryo within the uterus, development of embryo till fetal stage during the uterus. So as I have already mentioned, we are going to study about implantation. Okay? Implantation. On reaching the uterus, the embryo attaches to the walls of the uterus by placenta. This process is known as implantation. You know what are the functions of placenta? The embryo obtains nutrients, oxygen from mother's blood through placenta, releases carbon dioxide and excretory products also. So absorption of nutrients. The fetus gets nutrients and oxygen by mother's placenta. The fetus excretes its carbon dioxide and other excretory products also through placenta. Okay, everyone. So very important statement in MCQ. Statement, assertion, reason, question. Placenta forms fetus life. Placenta forms a fetus life. It supports the system. Okay, supporting life system of a fetus is done by the placenta. Clear? So at the stage, that is at 2 months, the embryo starts resembling the human form, which is actually referred to as human fetus. Previous year MCQ question for NEET examination. Okay, the condition at which the embryo starts resembling the human form, it's called fetus. And it is called 280 days. The complete developmental period is 9 months. That 9 months is known as gestation period or gestatory period. Gestation period, and that period you will call the woman as a pregnant. The birth of a baby is called delivery. All the biological term I told you, parturition. Clear? So gestation period is 280 days. Gestation period is 280 days. Okay? Okay, everyone. One second, guys. Okay, everyone. Yes, perfect. Next, we are going to study in detail about, now I am going to summarize you what are the important things we have learned so far with the help of well-labeled diagrams. Okay? So listen, if you have any doubt, just ask me right now, right here. Okay. Male reproductive system includes the male gonads. Which are the male gonads? Which is the male gonad? Male gonad is testis. Male gonad is testis. Yes, Shraddha. Good evening. Testis. So it produces sperms and the hormone. Anybody can tell me on the chat box what is actually the name of the hormone produced by testis? What is actually the name of the hormone produced by testis or the male gonad? Absolutely, testosterone. Okay, please study the concept very clearly. It is the testosterone. So all my mascots have told me the correct answer. So male reproductive system includes, guys, once you hear the term gonads, don't get confused. Like, I have not heard this term before. Gonad is actually testis in males, and gonad is actually ovary in female. The primary sex organ that produces the gamete, that is referred to as gonads. Okay, very important term, gonad and gamete. What is gamete? Gamete is actually the reproductive cell. Sperms in males, ovum in females. Absolutely like this. Gonads is actually the male primary reproductive structure, that is testis in males, ovary in females. The testis is located outside the human body because the internal body temperature is too high for sperm production. Scrotum regulates the temperature of the testis. Scrotum regulates the temperature of the testis. So these are the structure, or these are the functions of scrotum, why it is located outside the human body. Clear, everyone? Look, this coiled structure. This coiled structure is called epididymis. And look, the epididymis continues through the testis, finally leads to the structure known as what? Vas deferens. Finally leads to the structure known as what? Vas deferens. Clear, everyone? Absolutely. Perfect. This is extra information. This is actually the extra information of today's class. Guys, as I have told you, testis is a particular organ that produces the male gamete. Testis has 250 compartments called testicular lobules. Testis has how many subcompartments? 250 subcompartment. MCQ. Testis has 250 compartments called testicular lobules. Okay, guys, this is actually testis. So this is actually the plain section of a testis. It contains 250 compartments. It contains how many compartments? Okay. Okay. Guys, is there any problem for any of 10th standard students in studying these concept building classes? Because I hope some of you at least might have seen what's happening in the group. Right? Actually, I took this 12th standard topic because this is actually a topic which is related with your 10th standard. So for example, tomorrow's class, Animal Kingdom, is not having any connection with your 10th standard topic. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to waste your precious time. So listen. Yes, Abhijit, no. The answer is no. The question for what you asked is no. That is, it will not get varied. In every person who is having a healthy testis, healthy normal functioning testis, it have 250 compartments, which is known as testicular lobules. This particular testicular lobule contains 1 to 3 highly coiled structures called seminiferous tubule. Okay, so these contains 1 to 2 highly coiled structures called seminiferous tubule. Perfect. Small worm-like structure, guys. Small worm-like structure. 1 to 3. Okay, 1 to 3 highly coiled structures called what? Seminiferous tubule. 1 to 3 highly coiled structures called seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule. This seminiferous tubule is lined, actually, guys, inside the testis you have 3 different type of cells. Inside the testis, these are all extra information. Take it separately. Seminiferous tubule is lined by 3 kinds of cell, out of which 2 are spermatogonial cells, Sertoli cells, and Leydig cell. Which are the 3? Those students who have attended my class of how do organisms reproduce, of BioPoint class right from the starting, will have got this point about Sertoli cell and Leydig cell. I have told you Sertoli. Abhijit, do you remember? Sertoli cell is known as the nursing cell. Nursing cell that nourishes the embryo. Sorry, not embryo, the sperm. I have told you. Sertoli cells have the nursing capacity, or they are the nursing cells. Okay. Right, Amelsa, I have told you. Yes, perfect. So, seminiferous tubule is lined by 3 different types of cell. First one is spermatogonia. Second one, Sertoli cell. Third one is the Leydig cell. So, let's have a discussion with the function of each of these parts. Okay, so Sertoli cells, what is actually the function of Sertoli cells? They provide nutrition to the germ cells. They provide nutrition to the germ cells. Okay. Sertoli cells are actually the nursing cell. What is actually the function of a nurse in a hospital? They actually would support the patient. They actually support the doctor to give medicines to the patients, right? Absolutely like this here also. Sertoli cells are also known as the nursing cell that provides nourishment, that provides nutrients, nourishment to the developing sperms. Hit the chat box with the thumbs up. Hit the chat box with the thumbs up. Hit the chat box with the thumbs up, everyone. Yes. What is actually now the function of Leydig cell? Leydig cell is actually which synthesize testicular hormone or androgen. Androgen. Okay. So guys, what are the two functions of testis which we have studied? We have studied that testis has two different functions. First one, testis has two different functions, that is production of sperms. Testis has two different functions, production of sperms, production of male hormone, that is testosterone. Have we discussed both of these? Production of sperms and production of testosterone. So I'll tell you exactly, sperms are actually produced by the spermatogonial cell. Sperms are actually produced. This is a high concept. In your 12th standard for your NEET examination during your MBBS course, you will study all these things. Especially your class 12th, you will have to study all these things. So in your 10th standard level, you study like sperms are produced by the testis. So inside the testis, you have a particular kind of a cell called spermatogonia. The spermatogonial cells produces sperms. And the Sertoli cell is actually the nursing cell or assisting cell of spermatogonia. The second thing which we studied is like the testis produces the male hormone testosterone. Testosterone is actually produced by a particular cell which is known as the Leydig cell, which is present in free spaces inside the testis. Okay, which is actually present in the free spaces inside the testis, the free spaces inside any cavity. The free spaces inside any cavity, you will call them as what? Interstices. Interstitium. So this Leydig cells, oh my god, one second. Okay, so the Leydig cells are also known as interstitial cells. Leydig cells, yes, it's here. Interstitial cells or Leydig cells. Yes, everyone. So sperms are produced by the spermatogonial cells. Hormones are produced by the Leydig cells. Perfecto. Is it clear? Yes. Male accessory glands are a paired seminal vesicle, a prostate gland, paired bulbourethral gland. Guys, NEET aspirants, please study it like this itself. Okay, male glands are paired seminal vesicle, single prostate gland, and paired bulbourethral gland. Paired bulbourethral gland. So there are two pairs of, that is, there are a pair of bulbourethral gland. There is a pair of seminal vesicle. Look, I'll indicate with a black color. This is one seminal vesicle. This is another seminal vesicle. Okay, this is actually the prostate gland. Sorry, really sorry, this is not. I'll show you. This is actually a prostate gland, but as the urethra is passing through the middle, you will feel like it is two, but it is actually a clove shaped like structure like this. A heart shaped like structure like this is the prostate gland. Then in between, in down, you will have the bulbourethral, small grape-like structure, small structure, very minute structure called the bulbourethral gland. So class NEET batch students perfectly know this is a diagram from their class 12 NCRT. This is an diagram from their class 12th NCRT. Then, the secretion of these glands constitute the seminal plasma, which is rich in fructose, calcium, and certain enzymes. I'm not forcing you to study the names of the enzyme right now. You will study then in your higher classes. Okay. So take a screenshot, everybody, especially all the 10th standard students. I need each one of you to take down the screenshot and write it. Copy this down in your notebook. Copy the functions of each one of them in your notebook. Testis, epididymis, vas differentia, that is seminal vesicle, prostate gland, urethra and bulbourethral gland. If this is a question for your board, you have to write the answer for the same. Clear? Perfecto. I hope you have taken the screenshot. If you have taken the screenshot, give me hearts on the screen, everyone. Give me hearts on the screen, everyone. Yes. Yes, guys. Thank you so much. Let's now move into detail of female reproductive system. Female reproductive system consists of ovary with oviduct, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Ovary is actually, yes, viscous fluid, you want the meaning. Where is it written? Yes. Viscous means actually a thick fluid, not like something, for example, the curd. For example, like the curd. Curd is a viscous fluid. Yes, sure, I'll provide you with a PDF of the session in the description box. Or I will provide the PDF of the session in the Telegram group itself. It would be more useful for you. Definitely, I'll provide. Viscous means not a watery fluid, not a thick fluid also, in between, a consistent manner. Okay, so ovaries are the primary sex organ which produces ova. And the female gamete and steroid ovarian hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Each ovary is about 2 to 4 centimeter in length. They are located on both sides of the lower abdomen and connected to the pelvic wall by uterus and uterus by the ligaments. Guys, this can be board question. Explain the structure or explain the location of an ovary. Okay, everyone. 10th standard students especially note it down for NEET batch. It is an MCQ. They'll be given certain locations like this and they'll be asking you to identify the organ. Clear? Yes. So oviduct, which is also known as the fallopian tube, uterus, vagina constitute the female accessory duct. Fallopian tube is 10 to 12 centimeter long, funnel shaped. Infundibulum is fallopian tube. Okay, fallopian tube, you know. Fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is actually subdivided into 3 different parts. That is isthmus, ampulla, and infundibulum. Infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. Infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. Okay, so guys, infundibulum is actually a part of the fallopian tube which receives the ovum. It has finger-like projections called fimbriae. When you're drawing the ovum, you will draw a structure like this. Here you will draw finger-like projection. Right? So the ovum is directly taken away by this fimbriae of infundibulum. So the edges of infundibulum possess finger-like projections called fimbriae. From the fimbriae, infundibulum, and finally it is reached onto the oviduct path, which is ampulla. The last part of the oviduct, that is the isthmus, which is actually a narrow lumen, joins the uterus. Actually, by this particular path, what happens? The fertilization happen. So actually the actual point of fertilization is actually ampullary isthmic junction. Clear? So till now, based on your 10th standard level, in your 10th standard board exam, write oviduct, site of fertilization, oviduct. But when the same question approaches you in the NEET exam, it is ampullary isthmic junction. Clear? Don't go and write this. Okay. Please don't go to the board exam hall and write ampullary isthmic junction. You will not lose the mark. You have to write, if you are writing this term in your exam, write it like ampullary isthmic junction of oviduct or fallopian tube. It's a must. Okay, because in your answer key based on your level, it would be given like fallopian tube. Okay. Yes, everyone. Uterus is also known as the womb. The shape of the uterus is like an inverted pear-shaped structure. Inverted pear-shaped structure. And guys, one more happy news for each one of you. In the upcoming, in next next 1 or 2 week, I would be giving you. I have bought some new plants to the house, so I'll be sharing you certain. I'll be telling you about the importance. What is it? To which family all it is belong? I'll make you go through a garden tour. Clear, everyone? 10th standard students won't get understand about the family names and all, but NEET batch students, my 11th and 12th batch, would definitely get to know about the family. When I tell you the family name, Malvaceae and all, you will get to know about it. Okay? So definitely I'll show it for you. Clear? So it is supported by ligaments which is attached to the pelvic wall. Uterus opens into the vagina through a narrow cervix, and the cavity of the cervix is called cervical canal, which is called the birth canal. So this is what you have to study. Uterus has three main layers. Uterus has three main layers: perimetrium, outermost layer, myometrium, middle layer, endometrium, which is the inner layer, which is actually the glandular layer. So the inner glandular layer is known as the endometrium. The middle layer is known as myometrium. The external thin membranous layer is called perimetrium. During the menstrual cycle, the endometrial lining gets destroyed. Take a screenshot, everyone. Yes, guys, take the screenshot. Functions of ovary, oviduct, uterus, and fallopian tube, cervix, vagina. Take a screenshot, everyone, or else you can write it down from the PDF which I provide. Okay? So that's all about the concept building class number 1 on human reproduction. So see you in tomorrow's class. Okay, see you in the tomorrow's class with yet another session on animal kingdom. Class 11th foundation class. Okay, class 11th foundation animal kingdom based upon. So I want each of my 10th mascots to go read out your 9th standard textbooks on different phylum. For example, Porifera, Coelenterata, Nidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes. Okay, please read it. If you have your 9th standard textbook with you, I think it's in the 9th standard, right? So go read out the NCERT of 9th standard or 8th standard. I don't remember in which class you have studied this. I hope most probably in your 9th, right? So in your 9th textbook, read out it very fastly and just get prepared for tomorrow's session. And don't forget, do comment us in the comment section about today's session also. How was it? How was it useful? What all changes should we make? What all things you want us to do more or whatever. Clear, everyone? So don't forget to comment us like this. Abhijit is there, Shakun is there, Binaya is there. So all of you are there. So please don't forget to comment out the comments like this in yesterday's class also. In today's comment box. Okay, I'm waiting for your comments. Your good comments. So thank you guys. Everybody have to comment. Okay. So waiting for your comments and your reply. Thank you guys. See you in the next class with yet another informative session. Bye-bye.